stream right now. We are on the internet.
Did you take a listen to that audio interview I did with Brian Avery?
Not yet.
Okay. I didn't either. So kind of.
Really?
Yeah, I just recorded it and I was like, I had to jam, so.
Let's listen to it right now. Let's see here. You put that in our chat, right?
Yeah, I put it's a Google Drive link.
Okay.
I don't know if you have access to it.
Wonder if it's already in my Google Drive.
It should be shared with you because it's on my actual drive.
Yeah.
It's in my 4 Brewers folder, which I think you all have access.
I am checking right now. Go to the Google's Drive. Shared with me.
3 blind mice. 3 blind mice.
Looks like
3 blind mice.
I don't have it.
All right, let me see.
I have top 50 craft beers. Breweries Label Project.
John Holzer. Boom. Send. Share.
Bell. Meat. Lettuce. Cheese.
R.
May have
T.
just got an email.
J.
That was me dropping the glass, dog.
Betty.
Hoover.
Fucking damned if we do, damned if we don't.
El Gigante.
Yeah, you can leave the door open, dude. Yvonne's not here.
Okay. So there's one base beer with 3 different barrels, it looks like. And then
with a new BB&J.
this other one.
I didn't realize beer was base.
Ace of Base.
Thought it was an earthquake. Then I realized it was base.
Call you on my flip phone.
Sounds pretty good.
This is on my phone.
How long
Sounds
is that?
really good.
That's not bad.
How long is it?
It's like 4 minutes.
Do you want to listen to it and then like riff tracks it?
Yeah.
Dude from Full Metal Jacket is a co-owner in this brewery, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like we went into that, but then last time we had talked about it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Blip.
So do we want to cut away to this, Matt? What do you want to do? We talked about this in the chat. Like, we could either cut away to it and say, so Greg was hanging out with
Yeah, we got these
Brian
beers
Avery.
and here's the
Yeah,
background. on it.
why don't we just do the whole interview first? Say, hey,
okay, that's a good idea. Yeah.
yeah, let's say
Yeah,
like,
we'll
hey,
be like, hey, we got some Bravery beers, and Greg did it on location with the Bravery. Anyways, and here we go.
yeah, check it out. And then we come back, it's like, okay, let's actually drink these beers.
All right. I like that.
Do we have something to drink in the meantime?
Well, we're not going to listen to the interview. I mean, unless you want to.
Or are we going to...
It might be because I asked him about sort of his barrel program and
All right. Well, we'll just keep listening to it then.
Well, were we going to cut to it in the show?
No, let's just listen to
I'll
the
do it
whole.
in
Let's
post.
just do the whole thing up
Like,
front.
we can listen to it now, and then I'll put it in because I have to fix the audio.
yeah, it's pretty raw.
Yeah. A little tinny. All right. Go back a little
It's
bit.
the green one. It's these 3.
Do we have that? Wow.
Holy shit!
We're about halfway through it.
Yeah, you can chop it up too.
$300. Oh, okay. I love how the guy in the background can't tell you're interviewing someone with a
Right.
fucking microphone and
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. Like, what a dick.
He's a media guy too.
Yeah, what a dick. All right. So we're up to speed? No? Yes? Ready to go?
More
They're
or
all
less.
big beers.
All right.
I don't know where to
They
start.
Welcome to Four Brewers. My name is Matt Beckert. As always, I'm joined by.
John Holzer.
Jason Harris.
And Greg Nagel.
Sorry, what was that, Jason?
Jason Harris.
Jason Harris got a frog in his throat.
I mean, he might die
Harris.
at any moment. So
I could.
mean,
83
True. 83. But
Oh, yeah.
83 what?
83 minutes,
83
seconds,
83 hours,
what?
microseconds.
83 presidents.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Nanometers.
It could be 83 centuries. I'm going to be.
You're going to live forever.
83.
So
Number-
while Jason is living forever, we are going to be drinking some Bravery beers.
From Mr. Brian Avery up there in Lancaster, California.
Yeah,
LA beer.
The far-off exotic land of Lancaster, California. Bravery been around 4 or 5 years now?
More than, I think, 5
About 5 years.
or 6.
And originally started off doing real small,
Yeah, they're nano.
like 3-barrel, and built it up quite a bit bigger now.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of the best way to grow is start small and get
Yep.
a following and make good quality beer. And I think
Another hot business tip from Greg. Grow your
Just start
business
small.
by starting small and getting larger.
well, instead of there's a couple breweries that just opened up in Orange County that they started huge and big expectations, and we'll see how they turn out.
Yep. Yeah. Not talking about anyone in particular, are you? So, Bravery, explain how we got a hold of these beers, Greg.
So I met up with Brian Avery. He was just happened to be in town. He was doing some brewery hopping in Orange County, and he went to the Bottle Logic, and I met him up at the brewery tasting room over on Dunn, and he was off to Green Cheek shortly thereafter. So it was cool I always enjoy talking to him. He's a super cool, down to earth dude. Really knows his beer. Really proud of his beers too. So I'm excited to.
If only you could be a fly on the wall for that conversation between you and Brian Avery.
Yeah.
Turns
Oh, hey.
Transpire.
As a matter of fact, we do have audio of that very interview. So let's check that out now.
Fired off. Whoop.
What a great interview.
Thanks. I'm so funny.
So let's
I
actually
too will be at FerkFest if I'm invited.
You are invited.
Yay!
March
not
24th,
invited.
everybody. Mark it on your calendars. March 24th.
Same
I'm
place
not
or
invited.
the
Same
venue?
place.
Nice.
Last
nice.
time ever.
What's the
So,
theme?
so it's not on my birthday this year?
I'm doing no, it's going to be at the same thing.
Oh,
There's like restaurants opening up in the park now. So
the
it's
packing
gonna-
house,
Yeah,
right?
packing house. Yeah,
Yeah.
Farmers Park. Yeah, I'm sticking with the tiki thing.
Oh.
I thought that was fun.
Cool.
I think that lends itself to a lot of fun, tasty beverages.
Farmers Market.
Farmers Market. That's where we go to eat the farm.
It's a tiki fest.
I know
Can
that's
you
fun.
tell
Tiki,
whoever it
tiki,
was
tiki
that had a
fest.
meal that was all cilantro to fucking get their shit together?
I don't know who that is.
One of the vendors last year had a food. It was like cilantro and this and this and that, but like it was like a salad, but the main green was cilantro.
Oh, that
I'm like,
sounds
oh,
weird.
Yeah, it was way too much cilantro. Why would you ever have so much?
No
I
such-
don't
no
like
such
cilantro.
thing.
It's a garnish. It's not the fucking lettuce in a salad.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was rough, man. It was rough.
Sorry, bro.
So, tell anybody if they're doing a cilantro salad, tone it
No,
down.
I'll put a ban on
Cilantro
cilantro.
salad.
I'll put the
Just-
kibosh.
just- yeah,
Cilantro-
you got to put that in the footnotes.
Cilantro must be no more than 5%
We have a no
of
cilantro.
any dish.
Warning: contains cilantro.
Has to be a certain percentage by weight.
Yeah.
So let's dig into some of these Bravey beers here, you guys.
So I
we
think
wanna start
the
with?
first one he mentioned was Canis Major, and it looks like a star, like a what do you call those?
Yeah, it's a
with the star.
constellation, my
Constellation,
friend.
constellation of a dog. And Canis Major is a
That's because that's a constellation of a dog.
bourbon barrel aged imperial brown ale at 12.59% ABV.
They call this beer the Big Dipper.
Yeah. And I've all these beers are waxed. That's my first.
They put them on wax.
That's my first
Observation?
to mention. Yeah, please do not wax your beers.
It's the bigger dog following Orion the Hunter. So, you have Orion.
go.
Yeah.
Orion is one of the only constellations I see every day when I walk out of my house.
My understanding is that the galaxy is on Orion's belt.
Oh, I was going to say, is
Well
there a
done.
Sculpin? Is there a Sculpin constellation?
There should be.
Get it, constellation.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm funny.
Grace coming with the
So
deep cuts.
Woo!
Hey guys, you hear about this one?
All right, so this head burns off immediately.
Yeah, the head just like evaporated completely.
That's kind of disappointing.
It's
but-
like, ah!
You guys hear about this constellation bands, guys?
man, that smells like a. Is this a bourbon barrel beer?
It's bourbon barrels.
Yeah, it's got some bourbon. It's burning with
It's
bourbon.
got some vanilla on there too.
Oh, man. Big old.
It's not as woody as I would expect it to be, but yeah, it's bourbon and vanilla. I guess
kinda
the
good.
vanilla is kind of from the wood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
be,
for sure. Vanillin is a key component of oak.
but as far as like
Charred oak.
smelling like actual wood or oak,
There's some very flowery language on here. It's very
and tell us what it says.
it says the hound that always caught her quarry, a gift from Zeus to Europa. Amaretto fur spotted with chocolate and cherry glows in the setting sun. Passed down to Cephalus, her fate sealed.
It has syphilis?
Set to hunt the Tumesian fox.
Doesn't tumescent means boner?
It does. Yeah. It means the thickening.
Tumesian fox,
That's-
whom could not be
Thickening.
caught.
That means a
Body
fox with a
parts.
boner.
My penis
Like
is
Matt's boner, which
experiencing
cannot
the
be caught.
thickening.
Zeus pitied the endless hunt, casting the dear hound to the heavens to eternally shine amongst the stars.
What's happening down there? The thickening.
Tumescence.
Tumescence.
It's not tumescence. I know the word you're talking about, spelled differently.
Oh, no.
Tumescent.
Oh, too bad.
Spumescent.
So now,
what
so
did-
after
what-
after talking about boners, how's this beer, you guys?
I think
Speaking of boners,
My first thought was this could really cellar well. I think it smells a bit hot.
It tastes a bit hot too.
it's got a very almondy nose.
Yeah,
Amaretto.
Oh yeah.
yeah, for sure.
But for being fresh, it's pretty damn good, I think. But it could lend itself well to some time.
So yeah, lay it down for
Yep.
6 months.
It does need to get laid.
Oh, you know what? The almond note is more of a back note in the actual flavor, though. The
Yeah.
nose is like all that almond flavor, but it's actually like kind of a nutty, chocolatey flavor.
I get
Almond's
maple.
a good call, dude. Like, yeah,
Like
almond.
a like
get a
a
lot of maple out
Hershey
of it.
Hershey bar with almonds,
a dusty almond.
like a
Dusty almonds.
milk chocolate almond bar. That's what I'm getting.
All right.
Almond Joy.
So like
has,
an Almond Joy, yeah.
Almond Joy has nuts. Mounds don't. There's no coconut though.
What's the
Sure.
alcohol? on this?
13 something.
Holy moly!
Wow.
Greg, stop fucking exaggerating. It's only 12.59.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Round
okay.
up.
Yeah, loser.
13 something.
Nerd.
Bitch.
Everybody's putting on their coats. Now I feel like I'm,
That's because it's chilly in here.
you guys are nipping.
Yep.
It's a little chilly.
Little winter warmer for you guys.
Ah.
I went to a party last night and they had like 4 different chilies on. It was pretty amazing.
That's hard to get Chili's to cater your party.
Yeah.
I was trying too. I was trying.
Baby back ribs. Baby back.
I like Chili's.
Barbecue sauce. What do you eat there?
Well, I
mean, they
can't
specialize
now.
in meat.
I mean, but when I did eat there, it was great. You know.
What year was that? Were you like 19 and the main restaurant you'd been to was Denny's and you're like, wow, Chili's is pretty
I'll
good.
say 2002, maybe the last time I went there.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Changed.
Yeah, that was a while
15
ago.
years.
Is it Applebee's? It's doing like $1 Long Island.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
dude,
keep
they're
doing
so
dollar
gross.
drinks to be like, you can drink at Applebee's too.
Like, you can get drunk here. There's no other reason for you to come.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm down. I mean,
They're so sugary.
Applebee's. I don't feel like microwaving this myself.
Exactly. Exactly.
Can you guys thaw this out and microwave it for
all
me?
right, Chili's or Applebee's? Which one?
No,
Agreed.
If you had to pick one,
I wouldn't.
Yep.
I'd eat fast food or go to a better restaurant.
Might as well go to fast food.
I'll either spend less and go to like Carl's Jr. or I'll spend more and go to somewhere that has good food.
Yep.
Chili's.
I would maybe tolerate a Fridays, but even then,
I can't. Yeah, neither.
Fridays is better than both. They're all kind of the same concept, right?
Fridays,
Like,
yeah.
I'd rather buy like a loaf of bread and just toast it and eat that instead.
But yeah,
Greg's bachelor child. Wife always cooks. Greg got the toast.
I think the major thing from this beer is nuts. Like it's very nutty.
Nut and maple, yeah, for sure.
I don't know why nut maple. Really.
Nut and maple.
That did it for you, huh?
What are you eating for breakfast over there, Jason? Nut and maple.
Nut and maple.
No, really, what are you eating? Nut and maple.
That's a throwback, dude.
Who's
Nut and honey.
maple?
Nuts and honey.
Yeah,
Nut and honey. God. Speaking of Applebee's.
Nut and honey was good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Is it still a cereal?
I'm pretty sure they
Nah.
still make it. Yeah.
Huh.
I haven't seen it.
You're not allowed to eat honey now.
I'm not. No. Yeah, I'm vegan.
You know, we polled one of our other vegan friends, and she's fine with honey. It's a weird one.
I'm fine with cheese. I love cheese. I will never give up cheese.
Well, the thing with honey is it's almost just like bee poop, right? It's not like you're like milking a bee.
Yeah, but they're, bees they're farmed. Like there's bee farms.
I guess, but they're just like, hey, bees, coming out in this house, and we're gonna have the honey, and they're like, okay, and then they do. Like they don't even like.
I guess I don't have a problem with honey, but like
they're free to go at any
I never
time.
really ate honey to begin with, so
Speaking of honey, you know what was good?
No big loss.
You know
I
what's
mean,
good?
and
That
even-
fucking honey on at Extreme Beer Fest. We're going back to
the honeycomb on the cheese plate.
It wasn't even a honeycomb.
Oh, no, it was just
some-
honey.
it was
Dude,
just
that,
some
that honey was some of the best honey I've ever had.
It was fucking great.
Vagabond cheese. If
Yeah.
you ever get a chance, try their honey, whatever they're.
But going back to the cheese thing, like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it comes to like cheap like American style cheddar squares, yeah, I'll eat vegan cheese for that. But if there's some good like real cheese, that's I'll totally eat that.
Can we start 4 cheesemongers?
What's up?
Oh my god, I
Got
love that.
something?
So next up, we've got Agave Oscuro. Oscuro. Whatever.
Oscuro means dark.
So it's Agave Dark.
Great labels, by the way. That's
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah,
all-
that was
all
super
green.
impressed with all their artwork on these. I kind of it was funny. I was right on that wall inside the brewery tasting room that has like all of their bottles, and I was like, "Wow, dude, your branding's pretty solid." I sat it next to the brewery stuff. I'm like,
Yeah,
Well
it looks
done.
good. Yep.
I mean, because their regular stuff, are they still doing that? It's not cartoon, but it's like a
that's their logo on a black background. Usually, is what I've seen.
well, like, but they usually have like the milk stout. They had like a cow cartoon. It's not a cartoon. It's like a drawing of a cow kind of thing with it has a crown on it. I don't know or something.
I don't know.
Greg, you get to try to pronounce all the fucking words on the side.
Oh.
Anyway,
okay.
this is not that. This is a solid green
government warning.
label,
God damn.
like a mint green label with an agave plant on it. Looks pretty cool.
Okay. Wow. Zensimid cloaked the world in darkness.
Jesus Christ. Come on,
Yeah.
Bravery. Can we just
I
tell me
mean,
what the beer's like? That's all I want.
There's a story behind it.
Hungrily devouring all the stars in the sky. Some other word that I can't pronounce. The feathered serpent and a bunch of other stuff.
Quetzalcoatl?
Yeah, it is.
Quetzalcoatl?
Yeah. There you
How
go.
do you know that?
Quetzalcoatl.
Because I'm smart.
did
Read a
some
book,
stuff.
John.
All right.
And then a mystical plant began to grow at the burial site, and then
Quetzalcoatl.
some of the agave was born.
Gets a coddle out there.
Agave.
You ever watch The Tick?
Which one? The old cartoon or the new one?
the cartoon.
A long time ago. I haven't seen
There was this guy, and it was like this big, like, oaf of a guy, and he had like a hand puppet, but the hand puppet was really smart. And at one point, he made a reference, and everyone looked at him, and he's like, "Achilles, it's the Iliad. Read a book." That stuck with me to this day.
Yep.
So do you get any agave
Not
at all
really,
on
no.
this?
I
I mean, it's kind of a blessing in disguise. A lot of like tequila barrel aged beers come
Are
off
terrible.
as really gross, and this
Really
is not
bad.
one of those. But I don't
Honestly,
get a lot of character.
like agave and tequila have a very specific kind of spicy flavor, and I might be getting that, or I'm getting oxidation. I can't tell.
Yeah, I see.
It's a little there's a little bit of like a spice to this.
I see what you're saying, Matt.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because when I tasted it, it's confusing.
Yeah, I think so. Tequila barrels are usually like other used bourbon barrels. Like they've probably seen some shit in their life.
Yeah,
you know
they're
what I mean?
they're neutralized.
Yeah,
and
they're
they have been
neutralized.
a long time ago.
For sure. But once they suppose there's like freshly emptied tequila in there, you get maybe get some of that character off of it.
If I owned a brewery, I would never use tequila barrels. It just, I don't know. They're hit or miss. Like you don't know what you're gonna get.
They seem like they're really miss or miss.
Okay, yeah, that too.
Yeah, there's like a couple, like basically, here's how this conversation goes. I've never really had a beer in tequila barrels that was better for it. And people be like, what about PNC or whatever?
Yeah.
That's got tequila barrels in the blend. And you're like, okay, there's one. Any others? And they're like, no.
Just one. Back when I was a kid, I had once a tequila barrel aged beer.
It's not too. I mean, it's. I think it's good. It's a good beer, but that weird oxidation spice thing is, I don't know, off-putting enough for me to not like it.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's kind of got
this
a
one
dark
isn't-
chocolatey note to it.
It's not like the flavors are like, it's not like it's full of off flavors or anything. Like it's
No.
solidly made. I'm just like, for me, a tequila barrel, I mean, I'm catching that barrel character in it. And that's just not a barrel character I like.
It doesn't seem to be offering anything positive
Agreed.
that
Yeah.
I can tell.
Yep.
Sorry, Brian.
Well, they weren't all going to be hits. You never know.
They can't all be
Yeah, I mean,
zingers.
you definitely have to take that into consideration when you're buying barrels and putting your beer in them.
Yeah,
Like you're working on some barrel aging, and
I am. We'll see how
would
it
you-
goes.
Would you ever like tinker around with anything besides bourbon?
Sure.
Rimming.
I don't know about tequila. Like wine barrels. Other spirits like cognac. I think does a lot of good. Port barrels.
Madeira.
Yeah, Madeira. Madeira maybe. Sherry, I would say no. Because sherry has a lot of flavors that you get when beer is just really old, which I'm not really fond of. Tequila barrels, not really, just because, like I said, I've never. That's too big of a risk.
Rum
me.
barrels has very rarely worked. For me.
Rum barrels is really, really hard.
They just
to
add like heat.
heat. Yeah, that's it. It doesn't really add a whole lot.
Um,
If anything, like rum strips shit out of the barrel that you want in the beer, you know? So it's like kind of counterintuitive.
The,
And you're gonna get faster oxidation.
that Breakside beer we mentioned earlier was a surprise because it was rum barrel and it got a good rum character. I
Yeah,
wonder if
that's
it's because
pretty
they
rare.
use like a dark rum and not like a...
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's a different kind of barrel, different amount of age. So
dark
All right,
rum.
technical. I need some wax music.
Doon, 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 doon.
Hold on, Wax. Why did I move to Southern California? Sparkles are blue. Someone should have warned you.
No.
All right. Wax complete. And passing Ouvre.
The band was called Wax.
Au revoir.
I am generally opposed to wax on bottles, but white wax on bottles looks fucking pimp,
It
dude.
was classy, right? A reflection upon destinations reached, and those peaks we have yet to summit. The culmination of our labor, decisions, and ideas. The journey of increasing complexity and nuance. This bottle contains many things: our passions, philosophies,
Is
labor, and dreams.
there any reason I couldn't dip my bottle in white chocolate?
You can do
It would
whatever
be
you want.
gross after a
Yeah,
while.
I think Mike's
So
would
this
attack
one, this is, yo, you guys, this is
Weevils.
This is interesting. It's 68% bourbon barrel aged barley wine, 15% imperial stout, 9% old ale, 4.5% brandy barrel aged quadruple, and 3.5% bourbon barrel aged
Holy
quadruple.
moly.
Yeah, so this is all kinds of fun shit.
This is like
kinds of
their
life.
Firestone anniversary.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
that's
it.
what I
Yeah.
thought,
I
too.
got wax in my glass.
Oh.
Wax that glass, buddy.
It's white wax. It's classy.
wax in my glass. Wax in my glass.
Yeah, it finally ended up in my glass. All right.
Okay, good. You don't need like a micro strainer.
Yeah, man, white wax looks so good.
Oh,
I want to eat it.
oh,
Pure as the driven snow.
This
Oh, you
beer,
guys.
you guys. I'll wait till y'all get a pour.
All I've got is my fucking
Rinse
water
water.
from our dope dispenser.
Thanks, patrons.
The dope dispenser. It's like, can I just get some dope?
I would like some dope.
We're going to
please.
use Patreon money to put a sink in here and a urinal in here, and then we'll be podcasting 24/7. We'll just be in here all day.
All day.
Just
This
Eating
smells
pizza.
good.
for Brewers.
smells good, right?
We can bring the Nintendo Switch in here.
Okay,
Play
this is
some Mario
the-
Kart.
It's dusty. Dusty
No,
cocoa.
you're not allowed to play Nintendo Switch anymore because you talk shit.
Yeah.
All right, fuck you. I'll play fucking Mario Kart on PC with Sonic.
Look in your huge PC and set it up on the table. Takes
My
up half the
PC
table.
I just set up Steam Link. It's that big.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's easy.
Fine.
Wireless controllers.
Fine.
Fine. This beer, you guys.
Yeah, this is good.
Oh man.
Wow.
What do you
Dusty,
guys-
dusty cocoa, right? Dusty cocoa? No?
I get some brandy on the nose, definitely.
Yeah, I get a lot of like brown spirits that aren't necessarily bourbon.
Right. Yeah. It's
You know.
kind of nutty, kind of spicy.
Yeah,
Ooh. Oh.
it's Venice.
That tastes good. Mm.
It is hot though.
It's hot, but I think in a good way. Like I kind of appreciate the heat on it,
We're also drinking these pretty much at cellar temp.
which is
Should be
where they
noted.
should be.
Yeah. I think we're right at
Consumed.
that 55, 60 zone.
It's perfect.
Danger zone.
Wow, this is very smooth and chocolatey and yeah, the cacao really pops through.
I think it's a little bitter.
It's a little bitter. It's a little hot. I definitely think that all of these could do well with a little bit of time.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you go buy one, drink one now, but buy a second one to
Yeah.
hold on to.
No oxidation that I can pick up on this one. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, same. This is great.
So Uver. I don't know how you pronounce that.
I guess I'm like
Ouvre.
Overall,
Ouvra?
Ouvre.
Uver.
Ouvre.
I'm just going to call it Uver.
Ouvre. He's got to do like the glottal.
Could you maybe
Get
call
over
a lift instead of an Uber?
And Uver. Get over it. It's like a Canadian Uber.
Get over it.
Get over it.
How do you spell that? Oh.
OEUVRE.
Yes.
Yes. We're over.
Good radio.
Yes.
Good radio. We're doing well. We're doing well, you guys.
A reflection of. Did you already read this?
Yes, I did. In dramatic fashion.
Our passions.
Oh wait, hang on. I have an idea. Let's see if you guys follow what I'm doing. Reflection upon destinations reached and those peaks we have yet to summit.
Shatnering.
The culmination of our labor, decisions, and ideas. The journey of increasing complexity and nuance. This bottle brings many things, our passions, philosophies, labor, and dreams.
You shat all over that description.
Auga!
I really like the mouthfeel of this too. This is a very gentle beer. I think it, for somebody who loves bourbon and if you like bourbon and chocolate, dude.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, this is
I
real
think a good year on this will do it good.
Have you ever had
But it's
bourbon
good fresh.
and chocolate like in the same sitting? Yeah.
No, never actually. I've
Maybe
never
I
tried.
should. Yeah.
Bourbon and s'mores. Holy shit, dude.
I've got some bourbon right there. I've got chocolate in the kitchen. Let's make it happen.
I've got some bourbon. I got some chocolate.
It's vegan chocolate, though, not milk chocolate.
Vegan chocolate.
I got some vegan. I got some. All right. What do we got?
We're going to do El Gigante.
El Gigante. This is a hell of a session right here.
So far, this
is a
beer
hell
was
of a session.
the best.
We call this motherfucking burrito El Gigante.
El Gigante is a bourbon barrel aged barley wine with coffee and cacao.
Jimbo's burritos.
We got some
Jimbo's burritos.
life alert.
Jimbo's burritos.
Life alert.
Life-
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Barley wine is life alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm drinking and I can't get up.
That is the barley white is life alert.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody needs to meme that up before the end of the. Get on that chat. Meme that.
You see that he's doing some live shows?
Yeah, he's a pretty accomplished.
One in Portland and I think one in LA, I think.
That's pretty cool.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Way to bring the
We
beer.
gotta get in on that Don't Drink Beer live show. We'll go to it.
Right.
Well, Jesse wanted to hook that up for SF Beer Week last year.
No, I don't mean we need to perform at it. I'm just saying we should go.
Oh.
Give it a read.
For many seasons, the giant was troublesome. No, I'm not going to do that. Pilfering the village's crops, spirits, and ale. From the hilltop.
Did he say
Jesus
pillage the
fucking
village and smash the
Christ.
scene?
What?
Pillage the village and smash the scene? Better not take it out on me.
I don't get it. From the hilltop, he boomed loudly through the night. The villagers were in uproar, but then a hush. I misread that one. But then a hush came about. The giant stood over them, reaching down, cask in hand, a melange of their ale, coffee, and cacao. The villagers shared his drink and rejoiced. That's the end.
Up his ass.
Cowbell.
Wow. Wowie, wow.
You got to do the next one as Sam Elliott.
Fucking dare me.
This beer is an amalgam of barley and hops.
Oh
This
my God,
smells
man.
pretty fantastic.
It smells really good. I talk shit, but this smells great.
This smells
The pecan,
Luscious.
the pecans are coming through really
It's
big.
peppery. It's pecan-y.
It's Pekingese.
Pekingese. It's like a virtual dog show.
Yeah,
There's booze on there, too,
Yeah,
but
the coffee is really, really popping for me.
man. Booze and coffee and pecans.
And then on the finish, it's just like it's velvet. It's just so
it's
velvety.
so smooth.
So good.
There's the other beers have been hot. This is not hot at all.
This is the best beer.
Yeah,
This is so
this is-
good.
Yeah, this
Far
is
and away.
really good.
Wow.
This motherfucking beer is
This is life.
Gigante.
Oh, man.
It's giganteing all over my mouth.
It's muy bueno.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, man.
It is el gigante.
All right, let's try to break this.
Yeah, right.
yes,
I mean,
really.
so on the nose, it's big, like fresh coffee.
I get fresh ground coffee. I get a little bit of like cocoa
Caramel.
pop, but it's really just it's like when you first grind your coffee and you like put it in your brewer,
The
whatever
crema.
it is. That like first
crema
like
smell.
whiff that you get. That's what I get. Yeah.
By cocoa pop, do you mean cocoa and soda pop?
No, I get like cocoa as far as like it's popping.
Because I get cocoa in like a Coca-Cola thing too. Like it's kind of like that Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
could
chocolate
get
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola a little bit. Yeah.
Like Coke syrup, Coca-Cola syrup.
Yeah, or like actual like cola nut.
That's
Cola
this
nut.
is fantastic. This is so good.
Jason's over there just
Macadamia nut.
cracking himself up.
Sorry, I'm just
Peanut.
looking at dank memes.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
It's
this is
super
like-
smooth, like silky.
It's velvety. God
What's-
damn,
what
that's
was
so
ABV
good.
on this?
Wow. This is
20%.
11.
Okay.
Good.
That's in a happy spot.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh.
Nice meme, Jason.
Dank memes.
Well,
Super dank.
explain your meme.
Some weird, creepy Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Yeah,
Reindeer
it's
furry meme.
sexualized Rudolph.
Oh,
It's kind of hot. I'm not going to lie.
Rudolph's got that hourglass figure.
I mean, all right. I'm down.
wow. Yif.
Woof.
I said yif.
I mean, El Gigante is easily taking the cake right now. Wow. That's really fucking good.
It's really solid, yeah.
I mean, if
And I
you're
think
gonna,
more than anything, it's just because of like the silkiness of it, the body of it, you know?
yeah, it's not over the top with it's not
and
super
the-
chewy.
The balance,
Smoothness.
the balance between like the bitterness and the sweetness, like it's right there. It's perfect.
It's very elegant. Yeah.
It's a great beer.
Yeah.
This is
Really, really nice.
Yeah, you want to put a cork in that thing.
man.
What's that?
Dude, you know what I saw? There was a product that you can buy. It's made for wine, but I bet it would work for beer.
My dumper.
It's like basically like a aerosol can full of argon.
Yeah, it's for topping off wine bottles.
Yeah, and you can
Oh,
fill the
interesting.
bottle up with argon, and then that way when you retop it, you don't.
So if you
no
are
oxygen.
gone, then your wine will last.
it's like
the carbonation though doesn't work.
yeah, I think the thing behind that is CO2 will dissolve into the liquid, whereas argon floats a layer on top.
Yeah. Argon is not. Argon is a noble. Is it argon technically a noble gas?
I don't know.
I think it is. Argon, xenon, yes, it is a noble gas.
Let's call up the
Noble
singer
gas is-
from The Offspring.
Noble gas is what Greg gets when he has burritos before he
Noble.
drinks naughty snoz.
Naughty Snoz.
Naughty snoz.
Naughty Sniz.
That's the homebrew version of Naughty Sauce.
Exactly.
Naughty
All
Sauce.
right.
It's not on nitro.
Naughty schnoz.
This is not Naughty
Naughty
Sauce.
schnoz. I've got a naughty schnoz. What's next,
Okay,
Greg?
so the next we have 3 blind mice. We have 3 different versions of it.
Here, go clockwise so I can read it in Sam
Can
Elliot's
we
voice
see
last.
how they run?
Yeah, we've got bourbon barrel, we've got brandy barrel, and we've got port barrel.
Nice. Let's start with the bourbon.
Bourbon. I'm going bourbon.
I don't know this barley wine. I'm still
Every day I'm
There we go.
burbling.
hanging out with this barley wine.
Yeah, that's a delicious beer, man.
That was my impression of the synth on that song.
It sounded
Yeah.
like you were doing that. You don't know you're beautiful. Yeah.
I am beautiful.
So Bravery, if you want to give me a couple bottles of that barley wine to sit on,
That would be great.
that'd be
All right.
great.
John will protect them from the elements.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys. Okay, here we go. Henry, Mary, quite contrary. Winner takes the throne. But what is this, Queen Mary? Queen Mary. Queen Mary. Whatever.
Man.
But what is this, Queen Mary? Nothing from your womb has grown.
What?
She pays no mind. She carries on her fruitless chase for power. Round 'em up, all blind men. Lock Cranmer in London Tower. Painted all black and red, but Mary do beware. No matter how much blood you spill, all is lost without an heir.
Amen, brother.
That was halfway to a Negan, and I feel like I should read the next one as Negan.
I know, I'll do Negan. I'll do a kick-ass Negan.
I'm very calm right now.
Do the next one as Negan.
Yeah, we need candles. This is our quiet space.
Beer.
Matt, I really think you could have a career in reading for audiobooks.
Oh, thank you.
Like you should do it.
Thank you.
Like you should.
I always said if the beer thing didn't work out, I'd go into radio.
Can
Well,
you do that
that's kind of
voice?
radio.
Can you do that voice for 9 hours?
Yes, I can, Jason.
Well, not that specific. I think Matt's voice, period, is good for audio.
Or video games. I mean,
I always
there's a lot
thought
of
my
voice
voice-
acting in video games.
From what I understand, voice acting is actually a really hard game to get into. Like, it's hard to like break. It's a pretty like
solitary club. That's why if you like look at the credits of all cartoons, there's like half a dozen names that are on all
Everything.
of them.
For sure.
Can
Yeah,
we
Joe-
just befriend Rob Paulson?
But if you've been doing a podcast for 5 years,
True.
like your voice is all over the internet.
That's
and,
true. That's
you
true.
know.
Rob Paulson is famous voice actor. He did Yakko, I think.
I
Oh,
am Robert
yeah.
Paulson.
That's what I thought of.
His name is Robert Paulson.
I was thinking of John DiMaggio.
I am Robert Paulson.
Who does he does Jake the dog from Adventure Time.
Bender, yeah.
That
Bender,
Rudolph meme is still.
But and also you guys, because you're in Destiny.
John's uncomfortably aroused.
Yeah. You guys, because you're also into Destiny, Joe DiMaggio, he's also Banshee 44, the gunsmith.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. There's all kinds of people in there. Fucking
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion's the obvious one.
For a second, have you guys watched The Good Place at all?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
The voice of Failsafe sounds a lot like the chick that plays Janet. Turns out it's not her, though.
Oh, really?
Okay.
This is my favorite. Like, Janet from The Good Place is great.
Yes.
I am not a woman.
It's a great show.
How
You
does
guys
everyone?
haven't seen it?
No.
You should watch it.
It's on
What-
Netflix.
Is it on Netflix?
It's got Kristen Bell.
No, it's on Hulu.
It is on Netflix. The first
Oh,
season's
it's on Hulu
Netflix.
too? Okay. Or it's on Netflix.
It's like a season behind on Netflix.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, Kristen Bell goes to like the Good Place, which is like a weird little
Don't spoil
suburban
it. Don't spoil
neighborhood
it.
of heaven. But there's an accident, and turns out it's not supposed to be her. That's like the first episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
that's the basic premise: is that she's
that's
in heaven
spoiler-free.
and she's not supposed to. It's not actually her. It's someone else's same name.
Yeah. She's not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
Got it.
So
How does everyone feel about the three blind mice, y'all?
This is the bourbon, right?
This is the Burbs.
let's see if
It's
this
an
beer
old
cuts
ale.
off my tail with a carving.
So
knife.
Yeah. So after reading, it's a bourbon barrel aged old ale. I was going to say after reading all of that, I still don't know what it is. So it's an old ale, so it's not quite a barley wine.
Yeah, I was gonna say stylistically, what is an old ale, and how does it compare and contrast?
It's kind of halfway between a barley wine and a brown ale.
yeah,
So it's a little bit darker. It's a
barley
little bit
wine light.
roastier. Yeah, it's not.
it's got some
can
more
be-
roast character to it.
It can be pretty heavy in the ABV. But it's essentially like a barley wine, only a little bit darker.
So, like the brewery's anniversary beers are traditionally old ales, right?
Yeah,
But they Solera them.
the problem with those is that it's a real blurry line. Like there are a lot of beers that you could call old ale that are actually barley wine and vice versa.
Remember when
You
they used
know.
to call beers an American strong ale?
Yep.
I feel like
Arrogant Bastard.
old ale is barley wine light.
Yeah, but I mean, you can have 13%, 13%
But it's
old
okay.
ale. You know?
Alcohol
I
aside,
feel like it's kind of like stout and porter, where the crossover is pretty heavy.
Are you using less Maris Otter in your grist, or is it like primarily?
I think
two-row,
I think it's less dense, less malty. You know, that's what I mean by light. You could have the same alcohol as a barley wine, but
It almost feels like it's like two different approaches to the same flavor profile that end up being fundamentally almost the same. It's like, this is going for caramelly booze by this way, and this one's going for caramelly booze this way, and they both kind of taste like caramelly booze.
but this doesn't taste like the barley wine. I think this is. I like this more than the barley wine.
yeah,
this doesn't
lighter
have-
mouthfeel.
Yeah, this doesn't have the like super duper caramel thing that barley wine has.
Yeah, this is. It's
The
more
toffee.
drinkable. It's
So
more,
like a
yeah,
barley wine is
Yeah.
caramelly booze, and like an old ale is like brown sugary booze.
or toffee.
That's a good.
I
That's a
agree
good
with
way
that.
to put it. Yeah, yeah, I'd go for that.
I think we finally came to a head. on
Have
that.
you ever seen such a sight in your life? Three blind mice. It's a nursery rhyme. Nursery?
Yeah, I got it. I got it. I got to say though, I am definitely looking forward to the more like vinous takes on this beer.
This is good. This again.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
This is
This is
number
nice.
2 of the lot so far for me. This is fantastic. This is really, really, really good
Yeah.
for me.
yeah, I agree.
It's like I said, it's the last beer, the barley wine, but a little bit.
The Gigante.
Elegante is delicious.
It's lighter. It's more drinkable. It's more toffee. It's good.
Just keep an eye on this beer if you have a farmer's wife around.
Yep. Go jumping over the moon.
Because they all ran after the farmer's wife.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
Who
Yeah.
cut off their tail with a carving knife?
Mm.
Have you ever
something sight?
have you ever seen such a sight in your life
There you go.
as three blind mice?
mice.
There you go. Yeah.
So the
Go
labels
dickless
on
form.
these are
Those might sound like assholes,
different.
dude.
Dicks off from Michael Chick.
Why are they running after the farmer's
They're
wife?
just running. They're probably just fucking trying to save their mouse lives.
Dude, here's the thing: most fairy tales are really grim.
Really, really grim.
Like Grimm's
yeah.
fairy tales.
Oh my god!
They're like the
Wow.
Harvey Weinstein of mice.
Ew. What's
or the,
next on
or
the
the Donald Trump of
Dude,
mice.
you
Beer-
guys,
beers, y'all.
we were watching old TV intros the other night. We were just like drinking and just like, let's put some old TV intros on. That'd be great. And so we put on,
You finished and you're just depressed.
no, we put on fucking David the Gnome, and it was like, Bob Weinstein and Harvey Weinstein present. I was like, oh no.
Oh, dude, I actually just watched the Hateful Eight for the first time, which was awesome.
That's a great fucking
It
movie.
was awesome.
That was like
I have
people
thoughts
talk
about that
shit on
movie.
that. There you go.
What
People
happened?
talk shit on that movie, but it's such a good movie.
Wasn't
dude.
my favorite. Yeah.
It was
I
so
loved
good.
it.
I loved it too.
I loved
And
it. I
love-
mean, it's not. I'd say it's like pretty smack in the middle for Tarantino films, but that's just because I really love Tarantino
Great
movies.
filmmaking.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a lot of build up, and then it kind of like they're like, I don't know how to end this, so just kill everybody.
No, I like how there.
Disagree.
Yeah, I think there were like 3 or 4 climaxes in that
Yeah.
movie, which was great.
There-
Yeah,
it was very twisty and turny kind of thing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Especially considering that there was pretty much one location the entire time.
Which is funny because I saw it in 80 millimeter or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or 70, 70 millimeter.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it was like, all right, sweet. We've got this big format. We've got this great cinematography, and like 90% of the movies in one room.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe not the format for.
What'd you think of Django Unchained?
I like Django Unchained quite a bit.
I love Django.
Dude, I
that
love that movie.
that
too.
that's one of my favorite Tarantino movies.
Yeah, the
honestly.
end of that movie, it's so satisfying.
it's so cathartic.
You're
Yeah,
just like, yes.
yeah.
I just rewatched Inglourious Bastards as well.
Oh God, talk about a satisfying movie too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God,
fun-
that movie, I can quote parts from that
So
movie.
fun fact, if you've been to my home, I have an Inglourious Bastards
yes, you do.
poster.
Yeah.
Someone noticed the other day that it does not have swastikas on it. And I was like, it doesn't have swastikas on it, actually. It's the German poster. It's in German, and all the swastikas that are in
'Cause
the
it's
logo and
banned,
stuff have been
Germany.
Yep.
like
Yeah.
low-key edited out.
Yeah.
But what's funny, I never noticed. I was like, oh,
Is
yeah.
it like the Iron Eagle kind of thing?
It'll be like the Iron Eagle perched on the swastika, but it's just a circle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like that kind of thing.
Ooh,
I am
Yeah.
down for that.
oh, you
Reichs-
guys,
Reichs-
you guys.
All right, so what is this?
This is the
brandy.
brandy version.
Yep.
Of Three Blind
Okay,
Mice?
hang on.
Or whatever.
3 Oxford martyrs. See how they stand against the Queen Mary and her Catholic demands. Unwilling to move, never to barter. Live in revolt, die as a martyr. Now approaching desperation, Bishop Latimer's only hope. England's total separation from Roman rule and Pope. Rick.
Well done. Rick. Slow clap. So please.
You can't be Negan and not say Rick's name at least 5 times. You know, I was almost gonna go
3 Oxford martyrs, Rick. See how they stand, Rick. Against the Queen Mary, Rick,
Yeah, you don't want to overcommit to
and
it.
her Catholic demands, Rick.
sorry.
This is brandy.
Yes.
Brandy.
Brandy makes me Randy.
Are you ticking?
Smells great.
This smells great. Wow.
Oh, man. So essentially with brandy, you're going to get different oak character. You're getting French oak.
Yeah, French oak, so a smoother oak
less
character.
less oxidation.
More vanilla and less like
There's a
cinnamon.
ton of vanilla in the nose of
Yeah,
this.
lots and lots of vanilla. And then with brandy also, because it's a wine-based spirit, you're going to be getting that kind of like Venice, almost wine-like kind of oakiness to it.
Yeah, it lends like a fruity character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but a really like bright top note kind of fruity character. You
Hey, what voice are you going to do for the last one?
know? My own. What else do you need?
No, dude. Do the last one as Bane.
Fantastic.
I don't do a good Bane. You do a far better Bane than I do.
What I like about this beer is it's a little drier. Like it's
Yeah.
more crisp and poppy in your mouth. It's not so.
It's not as
lingering.
sticky. Yeah,
Mhm, it's not sticky.
it doesn't. It's not as heavy.
It's not chewy.
Yeah, I definitely like this treatment. the
I don't
brandy
know.
treatment.
It's chewy to me
Compared to the
I mean,
barley wine, like, which, you lick your lips and you feel it like the stickiness.
Yeah.
This is not as sticky.
I've used this descriptor a lot, but I think Raisinets is what I'm getting off this beer.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, like the raisiny character is a good call.
Yeah.
It lends itself more to that instead of like a chocolatey cocoa thing.
Which
Yeah.
is a perfect descriptor, too, because grapes.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Good job,
Really
Jason.
good. Honestly, this is probably my second favorite next to the Elegante.
Yeah, this one's definitely my favorite of the two of the three blind mice so far. The bourbon was good, but I like the brandy one quite a bit.
Nice.
So far, these are, I would say, drink fresh.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
barley
for sure.
wine, you definitely want to, like the other beers, lay
ready.
them down for a bit. But these, you could probably lay them down and they'd do some interesting things. But they're good right now. Like, drink it right now. It's good.
Like right now.
Like,
Don't wait a fucking minute.
Buy the bottle.
if you're in Lancaster,
Open it on the way
drink it.
home.
Pull your car over and
Just drink them then.
Yeah, let the wax, the
good.
natural heat of Lancaster, just melt the wax off.
In the wintertime.
Did I ever, just going back to Negan real quick, did I ever tell you guys my whole thing about how in all of Rick Sanchez's catchphrases could easily be Negan catchphrases?
What's Negan?
he's a villain from The Walking
From
Dead.
The Walking
right now.
Dead.
I don't watch it.
Yeah, Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty.
So-
Are these
So
both
you're saying
references?
He's
that are
going to
missing?
be like, wubba lubba dub
Yeah.
dub.
Yeah. Ricky Ticky Tavi Biatch. Burger time.
Lick my balls, right?
Yeah. lick my balls. We're the only two that get this.
Yeah,
this is only half
It's
of the four
amazing, but I
brewers
have
who
no
get it.
idea what you're talking
I
about.
love how dorky you guys are.
I'm Pickle
Seriously,
Rick.
and I mean that in a kind of like loving like way.
So
It's the
amazing.
best.
I'm Pickle Rick.
That's why I always say. That's why I always say. Flim flam, flippity dop. Grass tastes bad. All right. So, Brandy, an excellent treatment.
Yep.
I bet
This is
Brian.
great.
I bet Brian is very stoked that we gave us all these beers. Thanks, Brian.
Got
Yeah,
a lot of
he's like,
impressions.
just, looking for some feedback, no big deal.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
Turns out what you got was
Yeah,
A bunch of fun
a
voices.
bunch of great impressions.
All right, last but not least, we've got our port.
It's like, listen, we told you we would give you our impressions of the beer.
These are our first impressions.
Here's my impression. Cuckoo. Cuckoo.
Can you do the Batman voice? That'd be fun.
No. Here, you. It's
I'll
your
do
turn.
it.
It's
All
your
right.
turn. Here you go.
I'll do one.
Yeah, this has the purple wax too, by the way.
Purple wax. Purple wax.
Purple wax.
Do it.
Government warning.
Jason,
Morning.
you got to read the
Oh, you
Read
got
it,
it,
man.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Batman
you
or
had
Give
it.
us your
Bane?
impression.
Batman or
your
Bane?
impression.
Batman or Bane, what you guys want?
Batman.
Bane requires a glass.
Yeah.
Batman.
I say Bane.
Batman. You're outvoted.
All right, fine.
It could work as
They're kind of the same.
actually it kind of
voice.
work as Bane.
Yeah, do the
All right.
do the Bane.
Like
The pendulum swings. What once was then will return again and again. King Henry's reformation, a daughter's bloody consecration. The future is the queen's to take. Traitors convicted, burned at the stake. Ridley now, preach your peace. But be warned, a bishop, a pawn, may both be seized. The pendulum swings on and on. To ashes.
Dude, that was yeah. Well done.
Well
Deserves
done.
cowbell.
Here's your bell!
Here's the mail.
We have good, we have our fun.
Hey, what do you guys think of this one?
Well,
Get some cherry on the nose.
Well,
Nancy and I just want to say
I just want to point out real quick that I went to a website. I came across a link because I was searching for something and I found something else. But it's an article about Norwegian farmhouse ales, and the title of the article is Fjord Fiesta.
Nice.
That's so good.
Isn't that a car?
It's so good. Fjord.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg. How does everyone feel about this beer?
You know, I don't think I've really had any port barrel aged beers before.
Really?
I have
Not
one or
to
two,
my
but I can't
knowledge.
think of any that have stood out in my head. Like, I can't be like, oh, yeah.
Isn't there a Lost
If
Abbey
you want a
beer?
port barrel aged beer.
Oh yeah, I've had a Lost Abbey one.
No,
I think
that's
it's
their other brewery. It's not. Port is their other brewery.
Another one that landed.
That wasn't. Is
that
that
was
Angel Share
relevant.
like one that's port? Isn't
I think
there
they
a
have a
port?
version
They
of
had.
it.
I had brandy and bourbon. Maybe they did port.
No, it's brandy and bourbon. You're right. You're right.
But port barrels are. I don't know if it really.
It depends, because like the thing about port barrels is if you're getting like actual, like
Contact
Portuguese
liquid.
port, that's one thing. But then there's also like there's a lot of port that's that's made in like Temecula, which is
Yeah.
all like American oak, and it's just super like fortified wine, which is just not good. So like there's a lot of variation when it comes to port and dessert wine. So it can mean a lot of things.
This really changes the character of the beer.
Yeah,
Completely.
right.
Yeah.
I will say, it's very. I'm doing a bad job of describing it in my head, but it doesn't have like the caramelly, chocolatey notes that we were talking about before. Those are definitely not there in this
Yeah,
beer.
it hits a
Yeah.
mute button on them.
Yeah, the caramely like alcohol influence notes are all gone, and like you said, you get a lot more tannin. I get some like almost like funky, like leathery kind of like
Yeah.
earthy
Yeah.
notes
Yeah.
to it, which
Mahogany.
that kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, it gives it much more of like a woody, like almost maybe a tobacco-y kind of character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Kind of like mahogany furniture store.
Yeah. Like many leather-bound books,
Exactly.
rich mahogany.
I'm not a
mahogany.
fan of this one. I mean,
And
It's
it's
passable.
fine.
it seems kind of like something you would like sit by a fireplace, like in a nice chair.
it's really tannic. Like it's got a lot of like
That's the beer's
kind
way
of
of just
harsh oak tannin. You
That's
know,
the beer's way to slowing you down. Just like take some time, just put it in a glass that you hold with your hand upwards,
yeah.
and then
You have
just
to you have to put it in a glass that's supposed to warm it up.
yeah. And
Yeah,
then-
you need those like a vase to put it in.
What?
A cognac glass. You
Yeah.
ever seen those?
Yeah, the like giant cognac glasses.
No, I have one. Yeah,
Didn't you squeeze one to death?
I did.
Yeah.
That was really thin.
I don't remember what was going on, but I remember you had like the big like cognac or
I had
brandy
two
glass.
of them, and now I have one because one
Did you
I
wear
just,
it on your head like
I
Bane or something?
I squeezed it and it broke because I'm strong.
Have a very firm grip.
IUEC Local 18.
John, the Four Brewers podcast needs a brandy glass full of M&Ms, or Matt wouldn't go on stage.
No,
Only green.
it's a very thin brandy glass, and it's good for
Schniftering.
the Bell's glass that Matt introduced me to that I bought is kind of the same.
Yeah.
It's got like a really big like bulbous vase in like a narrow.
Yeah,
That glass
and it's
seems
also
like it-
really thin.
That glass
Yeah.
seems like it won all of those. Who's the company that makes all those like
Yeah, the Rydell.
the Rydell glasses? Like the IPA glass is like the thinnest glass I own,
Yeah,
and I've broken at least one.
yeah.
It's a great glass.
Spiegel
though.
out too.
You just gotta hand wash it and be careful.
You know what, man? The Duvel Tulip. It's fucking big. It's got a good shape.
Yeah,
I don't
those are
like
kinda-
tulip glasses. Like I don't like the flared out top. Like it just doesn't work for me. I drink beer from that glass and I don't enjoy drinking from that glass. As weird as that sounds, like I drink a lot of beer and drinking from that glass is like a bad experience.
Dude,
for
my
me.
go-to is either the Duvel Tulip or if I'm just drinking like a regular IPA, I have like it's like a 16-ounce glass. It's kind of tall, it's almost like a pint, but it's like elongated.
Does it taper?
Yeah, and it kind of
Okay.
tapers inwards on the top.
Yeah.
Mine's from Fall Brewing. It has like their little Felix the Cat knockoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Four Brewers glass.
Those are
like,
my two favorites.
That's probably my favorite glass. This glass I'm drinking out of. This is from the Inland Empire Brewers Guild. I think this is a 12-ounce glass.
It looks like 10 or
But
12.
it doesn't flare out at the top. It just tapers. Like, this is great. This is good. So
Yeah, as
the
far
jewel
as
glass though, with like the flared top, no.
I don't like tulips either. On my organ, yeah. But glassware not.
Hey. Oh,
I see what you. I see what you
perfect
did.
Greg Nagel's got to get one in before the end.
Perfect, Greg.
All right, ladies, it's me, Perfect Greg.
I just gave myself another little tiny splash of the El Gigante because it is El Delicioso.
Yeah, what did we drink before this?
The same
which
beer, but with two different flavors.
Well, I know,
Three
but
Blood
which one though? The
We're at Port. We did.
That was all of them.
Cognac was before
give me the
this.
cognac.
brandy.
Give me the cognac.
The brandy.
eh?
Oh,
Brandy, yeah.
The brandy one.
No, we just did
Cognac.
brandy.
Cognac is a type of brandy. No, we just did port. Port was the
There's
last one.
brandy.
Give me that. Give me that.
Brandy.
I'm going out on a high note.
Right.
So, thank you, Brian,
Brian, dude.
for
for
hooking us
the-
up with all these really rad beers. We
Overall,
are super stoked about them.
I
Such a
appreciate getting a beer with multiple barrel treatments. It doesn't taste like just kind of the same beer, but a little different. Like the character of the beer is
They're all
pretty
so different.
distinct between these beers. Like trying all three of these beers side by side is a fun experience. It's like you're trying three different beers,
Yeah.
which is nice because a lot of times you get like, yeah, they're all kind of the same shit, and these are not. So
It's
Yeah,
educational
definitely.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a huge influence. And it's really great. So
it highlights how good the brandy is.
Yeah,
Overall,
it really
though, they were all great beers. Like, I mean, we're getting, like we say this a lot, we get nitpicky with these beers, and on purpose because that's what we do. We're a podcast that drinks beers and talks about
We're
them.
not like, that was amazing. Next.
Yeah, I mean, it's boring. So, but the Three Blind Mice series of beers, on point. Like,
These are so good.
so good.
I like the El Gigante and the Over.
Yep. I agree with all these things.
And based on the very limited number of untapped check-ins on these are either barely released or we're like one of the few people that have them because these beers have like 10 check-ins.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, we are one of the few.
So
we
got
very
hooked
appreciative
up,
of that.
And if you're also able to get hooked up by the Bravery folks, then try these beers because they seem like they have a good idea what they're doing with the barrel program. Like they're doing
And for a $200 buy-in, that seems very fair for these offerings.
Compared to a lot of clubs, yeah.
And I'll say
Well, it's $100 less than what you're going to find from the brewery or Modern Times.
And I'm sure
So,
you probably get discounts and stuff like that in the tasting
Yeah.
room. And yeah, you never know.
Yep.
I think it's well worth it.
Speaking of the Modern Times, I'm still debating it. Should I do it? No.
Do it
Yeah.
for the show.
They're opening in LA this year.
Anaheim closely thereafter.
LA's opening in the next couple of months.
So that's a yes.
So you can pick up your beer in
Dankness-
LA.
Dankness Dojo.
Yeah.
Do it for the show, man.
Didn't it close already or are they or no,
I-
it goes on sale soon, eh?
If it closed, then I don't know.
I'm waiting for the Anaheim one before I pull any triggers.
Listeners, should John join the Modern Times Society?
Yeah.
They all
Email
say
us
yes.
in. Email us in and say
What's the lineup look like?
hashtag modem tones yes.
Is it just a lot of Monsters Park, like minutes, or
No, they did a really good job of diversifying out of just stouts. Even this year, it was a lot better than it was the year before. That was why I quit because it was all stouts. They have a pretty good lineup. They're doing like weird, like Holy Mountain Saison collabs and cool shit like that.
All right.
For me, the biggest problem I had is that I couldn't drive to San Diego
Yeah, for sure.
4 times a year to pick
Yeah.
up beer. So you can pick up in LA, you can pick up in Anaheim when they open. So yeah, man, it's worth it. It's good. It's good.
Here's your town.
Probably going to do it.
Sweet.
And also join if you're by Bravery, join them.
Yep.
Join all the clubs.
Yep. So thanks again, Brian, for the beers. They were delicious. If you want to find Four Brewers online, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. You can follow that information on fourbrewers.com. Go to fourbrewers.com/live if you want to hang out with us while we are taping the show. Go to fourbrewers.com/YouTube if you want to find all of our funny video content.
Funny-
That's the best I had.
funny
Yeah,
Willy.
I know. I
Chili
said
Willy.
it, Whatever.
Wubba.
Yeah. Go to patreon.com/4brewers if you want to donate to the show. You can give us $1 a show, $2 a show, whatever you think this show is worth to you, you can give it to us.
And
That would
there's
be cool.
cheap beer corner, pink beer corner,
All kinds of stuff.
My cellar reviews / fresh beer reviews. Jason hasn't been doing fresh off the shelf, and that's okay.
Yeah. And, yeah.
But like the YouTube thing is a thing that's alive and well. And
Yeah, we're cranking out the
New
YouTube
stuff.
content for show.
Yep.
Go to what else am I missing? Go to Apple Podcasts or iTunes and give us a 5-star rating because that helps us on the Apple ratings and it helps
That
people
helps
discover the
beat
show.
the other crappy shows out there.
Yeah. And if you want to get in touch with us directly, hit us up at feedback@fourbrewers.com and brew the shit out of it. Hooray!
All right. Everyone that's watching live or listening live, thank you.
Thanks.
We love you. You are the peoples. And
Are you wearing Yeezys?
Yep. I am.
Nice.
You ever worn some?
I have not. I heard they're real comfy.
Hey, try it on.
What size do you wear?
11. Just try it on.
I'm a 12. They're not going to fit.
They're gonna fit.
I'm
They're cut big.
okay.
Trust me,
I'm good.
Matt. I have clean feet.
I will never.
I don't want to take my shoes
off.
off is the problem.
I will walk 500 miles.
Matt,
Thank you, though.
try them on.
No, I'm good.
And
Try
I
it
will
on.
walk
Thank you. I'm good.
500
Try it on.
more. Just
Look at-
to be the
Look at this.
man.
Look how stretchy they are.
Oh my god. Try on my
Quite.
shoes.
Oh man, they're so comfy.
John.
It's like you're wearing a sock with a sole.
So it's got soul, but it's not a soldier.
I got so bad.
Look where my toe is.
Word.
It's crazy.
I'm just saying. I'm offended.
Just because I was thinking of it, I just emailed Kyle, my friend, about. I could have sworn he already made us the whale with the golden Brett riding it, but I was like, I don't think so.
I've seen the image.
I was like, so can you either resend it to me or make it?
My daughter wanted
Yeah,
a,
I'm not sure.
the whale shirt.
I think I'd like to do, let's say in
Re-release 'em.
January, the whale with the golden Brett and the Four Brewers podcast.
The
Yes.
whale with golden bread.
Golden Brett's riding the spigot,
The trifecta.
and then
Have Golden
under
Brett
Four
riding the
Brewers,
whale.
it says podcast. I think
Okay.
all of our going forward, any of our
Podcast.
shit we should.
Well, I've
brand.
changed
Podcast,
everything
yeah.
to say podcast.
Yeah.
So
So
Golden Brett riding
just kind
the
of
whale.
the 2017 edition of the whale shirt. If you already have the whale shirt, it's a little different. If you
speaking of this,
don't have the whale shirt, we should do that.
patrons have asked, like, because we announced like the new glass. I still don't have a shipping date from Grandstand. I'm assuming they'll be here before Christmas. But if they are, shipping them during Christmas is going to be a shit show. Like, it's Christmas, and
Yeah.
So they're probably going to ship after Christmas. Hopefully they'll be in your hands by the new year, just so we can say you actually got a glass in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
it. These glasses are the organic color printed glasses. They're not like the glasses last year or this year, whatever you want to say, where they were like two colors, but sometimes like the yellow was offset in a weird way where it didn't look right. Like these are, it's the same stuff that I think Bottle Logic uses the same technology, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, they look cool.
So yeah.
Sweet.
Can't wait to see them.
Anyway. All right, people. Bye.